Hello, everyone. I'm Victoria Baylor, head coach for Baylor Brand Consulting. You might know I'm a personal branding strategist and an intuitive business coach. And I am here today. I'm excited. I'm here today with the lovely, lovely, lovely Janice Thorpe. She is one of my program participants. And we're going to just kind of chat today so you can kind of get a feel for her experiences as she's actually made it through the program. A little bit about her story, which is amazing. You can hear some of the highs and the lows of what brought her to the point where she is stepping out into business and launching and heading out to do some big things in business. So I don't want to give everything away, but this is Miss Janice. Hi, Janice. How are you?
Hello, everyone. I'm excited to be here and to share my testimony. Thank you so much, Victoria, for helping me step out of my comfort zone. I want to say that first and foremost. Thank you so much.
Well, Janice, you are super welcome. It's been a privilege. I think we've worked together about 7, 8 weeks now. It's been a while.
Yes,
Okay.
since January.
Oh my gosh, time is going by so fast. That's right.
Yes,
We're
it has. Yes, it
April now.
has. It's
Amazing.
April.
I am going to put you in the hot seat, but in the good way, Janice, because I want all of our listeners again to just to know a little bit about you. For one, you're sitting in the car for a reason. You can tell them, why are you in the car for a particular reason now?
Well, I am in the car because I am on my way to the Atlanta Paramount for the trade show to purchase some merchandise for my boutique. So I did go to another wholesaler earlier today, and I know the show will be here until Sunday, I think it is. So I wanted to take advantage of what they have to offer here. They have very great things from different vendors. So I do like to shop around from the different wholesalers, and I do try to come to the show at least maybe 3 or 4 times a year.
Okay, great. And you were shopping specifically for something I think is a weakness for all of us women. What's that, Janice?
I am shopping for my business that Victoria has been helping me with, Incorruptible Beauty Solutions. I'm excited about that. So I am looking for some great products so I'll have online to be able to display and show the world me.
That's right. And I know we don't want to let the cat out the bag too much, but specifically, you are a connoisseur when it comes to one particular thing in and of itself. What is that particular thing that you have this a specialized eye for?
For the accessories, I
Mm-hmm.
love to do jewelry as well as handbags, and I like to coordinate the jewelry with the handbag. My
Mm-hmm.
thing is, I think accessories make more of a statement than the clothing, and it's a great way to help you expand your wardrobe dollars by
Mm-hmm.
maximizing the accessories that you wear with your clothing.
You're absolutely right. And I think all of us women could definitely agree with that. And so for you, I know this comes from love you've had since you were younger, correct?
Oh yes, ever since I was about 7 or 8 years old, I think I stumbled across my mother's makeup
Mm-hmm.
bag, and it all started from the makeup to the hair to the cosmetics, the accessories, and just playing grown up. I never stopped playing grown up.
Mm-hmm. And
I'm
that's
grown and I still play grown up.
you do it well. I've seen your pictures. You do it very well, and in person, of
Well, thank
course,
you.
as I'm seeing you now. So it started when you were younger, and this love. I know you did some modeling, so you really
Yes,
had some time in the fashion industry, which is great.
yes. I came to Atlanta. I don't want to tell you how many years ago, but at that at that time, I thought I was going to be this supermodel, which it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I graduated from the Fashion Institute of Atlanta, and it just my passion never went away. It never went away. Things changed and happened over the course of my life, and I got a practical, responsible job. But my passion for fashion it never went away. And at this point in my life, if I was just thinking, if not now, when?
Mm.
I,
So
I just can't put it off any longer.
no, and I think we are at a great spot. So fast forward between 7 years old to January 2019, where you and I actually connected and began talking, or we actually started doing coaching together. What was it that made you realize you needed to do some personal brand coaching? Where were
Well,
you
I
at emotionally?
well, I'm a licensed insurance agent. I do health and life, mostly Medicare. And I love my clients that I work with, but I have been taking so many insurance jobs that I do not have a passion for. I love people and I love helping people, but the product,
Mm-hmm.
it was just like everybody else around me seemed to be content and they was motivated about it. But I kept searching for why do I not have a passion for what I do? I knew I wasn't called to be an insurance agent. Don't get me wrong. I love my clients. But for me personally, at this point in my life, being downsized from one job, starting all over again, I wanted it to be about me this time.
Mm.
And after 4 or 5 years stumbling around, still trying to search the internet to get it free, it was like I was not making any progress, not making
Mm-hmm.
any progress. And I came across Victoria because she's in one of the groups that I'm in also. And I was stalking her. And I liked the fact that she was talking about personal branding. I didn't know what personal branding was, along with some of the other things that I'm passionate about. We share that also. And so after being in her group, after listening to what she does and how she do it, then I was like, I just said, I can't end this year the
Mm.
way I ended last year. I
Mm.
don't want to be at the end of the year reflecting, saying I was gonna do this, I should have done this, and I was just like, I'm sorry, this time I just have to put my foot down and make the sacrifice because it is about me at the end of the day.
Well,
So I need it.
you have made some power, and forgive the, sometimes there's a lag. We're doing a Zoom, so sometimes I don't hear Janice stop talking, so forgive me, Janice. But you
Okay.
made an extraordinary step, and I told you I commend you 100 times over. The fact that you decided I'm not going to repeat the same behaviors from before, and that I'm going to get a different result with 2019 versus subsequent years. Now that took a
Yeah.
lot of courage for you to step up and do that. What became like that final straw for you, just to be like, I'm not going to keep repeating this cycle?
The final straw for me, after speaking with my mother, living here in the metropolitan Atlanta area, traffic. I was driving, sitting in traffic, going to work a job. Not necessarily that I hate it. I hate the traffic more than the job. But it's just like it wasn't fulfilling anymore. I
Mm-hmm.
was in this rat race of corporate America and making pretty good money at being an insurance agent, especially during the enrollment season, open enrollment. But
Mm-hmm.
it was draining for me. I have no passion. I'm miserable about it. I spend 12 hours a day from the time that I leave home and by the time I get back. I'm gone for 12 hours a day. And at the end of the day or the end of the week, other than a good paycheck, I didn't. I just felt like a void was missing. It. I'm not doing what I felt like God has put me on here to do. Maybe I was doing an aspect of it, helping the seniors because
Mm-hmm.
they do need someone to look after them. But that passion, and one of the things that when I discovered part of my unique genius and my branding is I register very high for passion, and I wondered why I never felt any passion unless it was centered around my fashion.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't know how to pull it all together. And Victoria has helped me tremendously of putting it all together.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just like a light went off for me. My own genius. my own my own gifting that we know we all have.
Mm-hmm.
But to see it in black and white on paper, and she not
Mm-hmm.
know me and I not know her, but just the way I registered on the test,
Mm-hmm.
it just blow my mind.
Thank you so much. You said a mouthful when, and I love always hearing you talk about where you started and where you are now and how you gain that clarity in your personal brand and understanding how do you put all these pieces together to actually make you and create a personal brand that is a means of connecting with the outside world, showcasing your particular gifts, telling them what your specific message is. It is neat that we've been able to do that together, but as you said, there's so many pieces to it. It's so hard to kind of do on your own. Do you feel like
Yeah.
you would have kind of gotten that if you had started digging yourself?
No, I wouldn't have gotten that because I spent the last at least 4 years trying to get it together. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like I have this beautiful puzzle and I have all the pieces to the puzzle, but I just cannot connect the whole puzzle. I can get a
Mm-hmm.
little piece here, I can get a little piece there, but I think having someone who's an expert in what they do, very knowledgeable. One of the things I love about Victoria, that her background, the science, as also being creative, and how they come together makes
Mm-hmm.
her explosive in what she does. The vision that she has, the way you can see, it comes together so easy for you to see me or to see others,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just mind blowing. It's worth the investment, totally worth the investment. I was talking to my mom and I was telling her because yesterday I got offered another great insurance offer that required me to sit back in that traffic for 3 hours a day. And I was talking to my husband and I was like, I need to stay focused. Tell me to stay focused. And he was like, well, if it was up to me, they can't pay me any amount of money because it's draining for me. There's nothing wrong with it. I did that for years and it didn't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's all about me. It's about me going forward with my dreams and my passion and my gifting. And I thank you so much for helping me see the light.
Oh, well, you
I
were
feel
so
like I
good.
feel like we're friends now. We're not just client and coach.
Oh, well, that feeling is definitely mutual, and it's been amazing to watch you bloom. I think you said it so well. The brilliance, all the pieces are there. I think as women, it's so hard for us, and that myself included, because I went through that period in my life when I transitioned. So that's how I understand my clients so well, and I know what it takes to get us over that hump. But the beauty, the brilliance, the abilities are there. How do we take all of these pieces and put them together so we feel authentically us and still be able to go out and pursue the passion and connect to the people and do the really pursue those gifts we want to actually share with everyone? Because I remember you telling me a story about you doing a style consult with a woman on the fly, and you so happened to have a dress she wanted and there's some other things, and you were able to give her good advice. And I remember the high you were on with that.
Oh
You
yes.
remember that? And
Oh my goodness. Yes. It just words cannot describe. You know, they say it's not work. If it's something that you would do that you're passionate about for free, and the fact that I got paid was a bonus, but I would have, she had so much passion for the dress. She was going to a military ball, and red was, she was pledging the sorority, red, Delta. And it was just so perfect. It was perfect for her to dress. It fit her perfect for her body shape. The accessories, because I do carry the accessories,
yes, you
it
do.
matched the dress perfectly. So when I buy pieces, I like to take the leg work out of it. Why leave me to go somewhere else? That's why I love to coordinate it all together.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it easy. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't carry hundreds of the same thing. I like to make it unique to each woman, so she doesn't have to worry about seeing everyone with her ensemble on. It's gonna be specifically for her because when you pick it out, it's something about it that's going to draw you in. And it's going to be limited. So you don't have to worry about seeing the world with it. And if they do have it, they're not going to coordinate it the way you have it coordinated.
And see, I think that's the overall, we have to think of a theme here. That's the overall theme is helping you uncover your gifts, your talents, your personal brand, put that together so that you can actually use your gifts to impact other people and do it in a way that is so you, so that everyone else can just see the impact and be inspired by that and be affected by that. And I think that's the main goal of what this coaching entails, is that I
It
feel
is.
like there's so much confusion. I did several calls today and in few text messages, and the message was the same. I've been doing what I've been doing. I'm confused. I know I'm meant for more. I feel like I'm just wasting time. I'm spinning my wheels. I'm frustrated every day. I don't feel like I have the life. I feel like the life is being sucked out of me. How do I figure out who I am and what I can actually present to the world and be me? And most people don't really realize how that is really tied back to their personal branding. And that one question that can be asked that pretty much sums it up: how are you perceived? How does the world see you? And if you start exploring and digging into that, you start to begin to see, okay, maybe they're not seeing all that there is to me. Maybe I'm not even using and tapping into everything that there is within me. How do I get more clear about me so everyone else can? Do you feel a greater level of personal clarity now?
Yes, a total greater level of clarity. I mean, my confidence is up. I feel like now I will be able to do a presentation the same way you do, because one of the things that I get from you, just listening to you, how you tell exactly what it is you do. You know your branding, you know your strategies, and you, even though you're gifted and talented in other areas, but you hone in on your gifting, your true
Mhm.
passion, and it
Mhm.
definitely comes across. It definitely comes across. And I, first thing I wanted was to feel more confident the way you are confident.
Mm.
And
Wow.
working with you one on one has allowed me to grow, and not just to grow, but you're teaching me, you
Mm.
know, how to pull it together, how to stay focused. And when those negative thoughts start creeping in, I can catch them and stay on top of those limiting beliefs, you
Yes.
know. Exactly. You know, I can think, well, you know what, Victoria would say this, but now I can say, okay, that's a limiting belief, you know.
And you're so right, because we've had some fun. We've had to play a little tug of war with a couple of
Oh,
those, right?
yes.
They get
Exactly.
embedded deep in us. Some of the things we don't even realize they're limiting us, do we?
We don't. We don't.
Mm-mm.
And
Mm-mm.
I would tell anybody who hears this to take a leap of faith, invest in yourself, because it's going to always be something or someone that's pulling or fighting for your attention. But make it about you and make it about your business.
Yes.
And Victoria, I think, is excellent. I've been in different groups. I've listened to different people, different coaches, but I know she was God sent to me.
Mm-hmm.
I know you were, because I prayed and I asked for it. And I've been following different people for 4 or 5 years. But those key words, those sweet words, that branding strategist, that coaching, that being about you, putting yourself first and
Mm-hmm.
foremost. Those were
Mm-hmm.
key words. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. You know,
Mm-hmm.
being paralyzed by fear.
Yes. Yes. You were
So
speaking on a lot of good stuff. Look,
excellent.
look, well, we already know, which is amazing. And that's another thing. I think when we started, and I know we're going to let you go do your jewelry, you're a connoisseur and do your shopping. But when you first started, you kind of had a you had an idea of where you wanted to go. But what was amazing is that we were able to broaden that. So you realize you even have the gift of coaching and being able to consult and tell people what works for them. And then you've learned other ways in which you can actually really maximize the gifts and abilities you have, but still have that built into your wonderful personal brand, that when people encounter you, they automatically know Janice is a very passionate person. She's really insightful and she knows her stuff when it comes to styling and helping you look and feel your best. And that's everything, even down to the selection of your business name, with the message. What is your
Oh
story?
yeah.
Incorruptible beauty. And even how you were able to create that and how we work that out together, where it's more than just the jewelry, it's more than just the style. It's about you being an amazing human being and woman, and don't have to really bow down to the industry standards. So this is just ended up being
Exactly.
so much bigger. I love that
Oh
with
wow.
you.
Exactly. Exactly. And another thing that I can appreciate, Victoria, because I wanted to start at the top,
Mhm.
so you speak. I wanted to start maybe like if you think of building a house.
Mhm.
I wanted to start at the roof of the top of the house. I
Mhm.
didn't want to go with the foundation or in the
Mhm.
foundation. And I think that was the core that you helped me with. You have to set the foundation. You have to get the
Yes.
blueprint. And
Yes.
once we uncovered my unique genius, my gifting and my branding, then we were able to build. And I wanted to bypass that. But
Yeah.
I can see now it was much needed. It was
Mm.
much needed to get to where we are now and to where I will continue to go, where we will continue to grow. We had to lay the foundation, and I
Yeah.
wanted to bypass that. But you can't build a strong house without a good, stable foundation.
That is for sure. And I think that is the best way to even, yes, Selah, as they say, amen, meditate on this. Well, thank you so much for your time, Janice, and even just sharing your testimonial. You have been a pleasure to work with, and we're continuing to work together. And
Yes.
I'm excited about at each and every time we just keep going higher and higher. So everyone, be on the lookout for Janice. We'll be plugging her and even talking a little bit more about her offerings. She's got me salivating about jewelry. Until
Okay.
the next time, take care, everybody. And thank you so much, Janice.
Thank you, and you have a great day. Thank you, everyone, and move past your fear and get out there and work with Victoria. You will not be disappointed. You will not be disappointed.